fighting for Solana to maybe flip them before that happens, because it's exciting to. I learned about Bitcoin back when it was at like 180, and so I didn't invest in it because I was fucking a kid. But it's like, yeah, whatever. I'm still pissed about it. But yeah, I think like Solana is kind of looking like that could go to a couple thousand in a few years, and if it happens, then it's I'm in a great spot, myself. But again, none of this is financial advice. Do not take it as financial advice. I'm just a jackass who makes unicorns. So, gonna start fussing soon, but don't know what class to choose. Ooh, okay. So okay, let's talk about classes a little bit. So we haven't been able to still have been not been able to dive into like all of the stuff, but in the video that I just posted talks a little bit about classes, mostly about Pokemon and how this is basically the NFT version, right? Because you start with a starter NFT, starter unicorn with no traits on it, right? And then you every week collect traits, and you can fuse those traits to make classes. And so the whole thing is that everything is like super open ended. You don't get to you don't have to be a hunter, right? You can be a hunter tank maybe one day, right? If you get enough traits fused, right? You can be a summoner or a shaman or whatever. Honestly, like I had plans. So I've got a few unicorns like printed on my wall, right? So this one is a guardian. That one it ended up very similar to what my unicorn was going to be. What it is at now, right? This one was supposed to be my main unicorn, but I ended up liking this one better once I got it, and so then my first one was a guardian, and so this one was going to be a paladin, and I was like, nah, let's make it a bard. So basically what I did, same traits, but instead of the blue, I made purple traits to make it a bard, and so this one is my sorry, the angle on is weird. But this one's summoner. I still have not been able to make that summoner because I got too excited and wanted to go make other unicorns. And so that's the thing is like it really depends on like if you have enough. If you're going to be in a position to have multiple unicorns, then I would say don't get hung up on the classes too much. Just start fusing as colors, and then go for like one or two of your mains that you usually like to play. But if you've played games, with the class system, it's gonna feel like that. We're gonna try to make it feel like that at least. And so basically, like if you like playing tanks, you go make some tank type classes, right? If you like playing healers, go make some healer type classes. And the funny thing is, like, I like both of those a lot. That's like those are my play styles, like support stuff. But I've purposely made myself make a shaman, and which honestly has been my favorite unicorn lately is this shaman. And then I also made a druid. I don't know why, but both of them, and I ended up making like female characters for them. But hey, sorry, I'm not catching up on chat. Sorry. Okay, should I fuse or just hold my traits and sell them? Great question. It really depends on if you find the right traits. If you want to go Pegasus, now you are going to want to go Pegasus because you will be able to stake with Pegasi, and so you will not be able to stake with a normal unicorn. And so because of that, if you've got common traits, fuse them as much as you can because that will get you to the point where you have 15 traits. And when you max out your 15 traits, you can go Pegasus and get wings and then start being able to stake. And so staking is going to be a big deal. And then also, not staking, you'll be able to get rainbow dust as well, which is another mechanic that's going to come. Both of those are going to be coming in the next month and a half. So stay tuned on that. But I'm super excited. Those are like where we step into the fucking void of excitement and moon level shit that we're heading towards. So yeah. Cool. Why is Nolan not playing Connect 4, but not Nolan is? What are you talking about? Hey, do you think there's gonna be more wheels or doors in the world? What do you mean by that? Sorry, that one got me. What? What do you mean? What? Should I fuse or just okay? You already got that. Why does everyone want to play Connect 4? Why are people playing Connect 4? Can you post that Rainbow Dust sheet you made on Discord? I think I did, but yeah, I'll definitely make sure to do it. Let me show you what Rainbow Dust sheet Snowlek is mentioning because it's gonna be a big mechanic. And hear me out. I wanted to bounce this idea off you. As I've been, we're still thinking. Everything is still up in the air right now. But what do we think about dropping tokens and making Rainbow Dust the only thing? right? You can play to earn to get dust, and you can burn traits to get dust. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? I don't know. Have you not been on TikTok, Nolan? The wheel or door debate is huge. Yeah, I haven't heard. Honestly, I spent a lot of time on TikTok this weekend, but not on Discord or anything. But I don't know. I guess it's a TikTok thing where more wheels or more doors. I think that, having no context, I would say that I'm a probably a wheels guy. Yeah, probably a wheels guy. Okay. Anyways, okay, so here is Rainbow Dust. Let's walk through it a little bit. So if you've heard me talking about toolboxes and items, not happening. They're definitely not happening. They're going to be replaced with Rainbow Dust. Now, the reason why we had items coming in, hey, what's up, Snooky? How you doing? Or Sookie, sorry. Unitella, by the way, I've decided to add your trait in the game. So for those of you who don't know, we made a live trait for Unitella, so that's what the trait's going to be. It's coming in. We're going to be adding about 30 traits pretty soon here, so stay tuned on that. But okay, let me go back to Rainbow Dust. So Rainbow Dust is going to repair damaged traits. So when you play the games or when you stake, one of your traits are going to get damaged if you lose in the games or if you stake long enough. Now, upgrading trait boxes is another item or another task that Dust can do. They can upgrade trait boxes. So you could potentially train this all the way up. So you can start at a common box, use 4 dust, then 8 dust, then 16 dust, then 32 dust to get to legendary. So that we're still figuring out the numbers, but that's going to be a big deal. So that's what Dust does as well. And then there'll also be a slot on your unicorn that will allow you to increase the power level of your unicorn. This is unrelated to traits in that when you fuse a trait, it's going to give you like so here. Let me pull up one of my unicorns. We have a game night happening right now. Oh, I didn't know that. Connect 4. Dang, I should probably go play on Connect 4 with you guys, huh? Oh well. Sorry, I'm doing it live. Damn it. Oh, the site's down. Cool. The site's down. Yeah, sorry. We're doing some maintenance on everything. So, right? Is the site down? No, the site's not down. I know we're doing some maintenance right now. I didn't look at Ted's thing. Is it power up permanent? Yes. So it's kind of like it's going to be fused in a similar way as traits are. So it looks like this is related to the maintenance thing. But anyways, so it's going to be like a slot that you'll be able to put 18 dust increments on your unicorn. And so if my unicorn, based on all of its traits, has 500 power level, if I put 18 dust into my unicorn, it will have 550 power level, right? So an extra 50 just from that 18 dust. If I put 36 dust, 600. And then if I double it by putting 180 dust in there, then I will get 1,000 power level. Now, this is going to basically be a way for people to make, people who are focused on curation of like, I want to fuse really cool traits that I think work really well, not really go for the legendary traits. And when you do that, you're going to be able to fuse the dust. That's going to be a separate attribute or separate trait on the marketplaces, so you'll be able to filter for that too. But yeah, basically that will keep it separated and clean to where you can say, I want a unicorn with a futuristic sunglasses, but then also have 180 dust on it, right? Potentially that's going to be a thing that you can do once we get all this out. So now is what I was saying in the beginning is like, what if we make the entire thing, we drop tokens, and we just put dust. And so then you earn dust by playing the games or by burning traits. And so if we did that, we would have to really nerf burning traits. Like it would be like, we would have to rework the numbers a little bit to make it so that when you're earning I say earning tokens, when you're earning dust by playing the games, it would be enough to open a trait box. Say 100 trait boxes, 100 dust would get you a trait box. But then that means that upgrading your unicorn with only 180 dust, well, damn, we've got to make it way more harder. So maybe it's like 500 dust to duplicate your power level on your unicorn. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's one reason why we might want to keep tokens separate. It also makes you different ways to play. So if you're staking, you can get tokens. If you don't stake, you can get dust. And then that dust, does stuff to your unicorns. It doesn't really do stuff in the traits. So I don't know. Oh man. So is it per trait? No, that's the thing, is it keeps it separate from the traits. Because that was my problem, is like, if we do, lightsaber level 3, right, then that means that every single trait is going to need multiple levels on the aftermarkets, right? So that you're filtering, when you filter on the aftermarkets, you can actually like kind of understand what's happening. So we could choose to say like, okay, levels don't show up on the aftermarkets. Well, then that would be really confusing as a browser to a buyer who's saying, yo, why is this one so expensive? It's only got these few traits, but all of them are like leveled up like crazy, right? So that was my main concern of like specifically leveling up certain traits. I felt like was going to be a really difficult mechanic to be able to like work well. So that's where dust came into play, is that basically you put it on your unicorn so you can see all of the dust that is on every unicorn on the aftermarkets, and you'll just know, okay, that means that's going to 1.5 the power level of all of the traits, right? And collectively on the unicorn. So, when burning traits comes out, will you get 100 dust back too? No. So the thinking is, let me show you the breakdown. So when you burn traits, it's going to be based on the rarity level. So commons we get 1 up to legendary gets 32. So these numbers aren't finalized. I think that they're pretty set though. They're pretty close. So but basically like legendary is like 32 times more dust than with commons, which I think is a pretty fair number, right? That's at least how we're trying to prop it up. You know what I mean? Nolan, any news about the new Teletrait? Yes, it's happening. It's happening. Meant burning unicorns. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's the thing: is when you burn the unicorns, you're gonna get the traits back. I don't know if you'll get dust back. Oh, will you get the dust back? That's what you're asking. Sorry. Yes. I would say let's do it. Right. If you're gonna burn an NFT, you should get the dust that you fuse to it. So definitely. I think so. Yeah. Let's go, people. Yeah. Can you watch my question above? Roy, what you get? Nolan, is there going to be a way to be a gray zone as what I recommend after the drop? So I don't really understand what you mean by that. Marketplace is down. Yeah, I know that we're doing a lot of updates right now. Honestly, we should be in maintenance or down for maintenance. We should be putting that screen up because I can't load my dashboard either. But basically, yeah, right now we're doing some maintenance to be able to get everything ready for tomorrow. So the reason what we're doing is we're increasing the nodes to be able to support more usage on the marketplaces. And so when we did that, we have to like go sync up the new node with all the data, and so it's just a mess. So yeah. All right. When will the game be out? We're shooting for June. It's looking good. It's looking really good for June. What's up, tech support? How you doing? 2 days and 8 hours to get my 7th uni. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, hey. Just a heads up. You're not going to get it right away, okay? That's when the drop is done. So right now, last I checked it right before we got on this live, and there's 1,176 unicorns that are slotted to get sent out this week so far. I checked that over the weekend, like on Saturday, and that was at like 980. So it's gone up about 150. So yeah, I mean, I think that we could very well see about 1,200 to 1,500 unicorns do this drop. But we actually have 1,300 unicorns still in our wallet because we over minted on both the second and third generations. And I think we make over mint again, but maybe not as much as that 2,500 line. We might do it to where we mint like 1,000 or something this time. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, what's up, Sads? How you doing? 5 unis on the way. Dang, look at you. There you go. Yeah, I got some. I was hoping to open some boxes, but it looks like the site's down right now. So, bummer. So you can still fuse your traits that you get of your 8 or 13 after the last drop without having to burn. Yes. So. Yeah, basically the only things that are changing after the launch, after the season is over, is Pegasus becomes deflationary, and then also, yeah, I mean, really that's it. Pegasus becomes deflationary. Outside of that, it's business as you. Oh, sorry, and there's no more free trade boxes. Duh, yeah. And so those two things are big mechanics. I'll give you that, but they don't affect how you have to fuse or whatever like that. If you get a trait box opened, you can get a trait the same way, and then you can fuse traits the same way. So. Will game source and hosting be on blockchain? No. So the way that we're doing it is, so right now all of our data right now is not the traditional NFT route, and it's because when you go to fuse, we would, if we had it up on Arweave, it would cost money every single fusion to do, and so we have a plan to make it so that you could do that, but right now it's not the case, and so right now what it is it loads from our server, and when it's on our server, you do fusion and everything like that, and it updates to the Cloudinary URL. It loads from Cloudinary, and so it updates the Cloudinary metadata, and then at that point it updates the image also that's on Cloudinary. And so both of those things are things that we plan to update after the season's done, where we'll allow you to pin it to Arweave if you want, but you got to pay to do that kind of thing. But yeah, right now we're I think definitely while it's in season, we're not going to do anything on chain outside of like the actual NFT, right? But then the actual metadata that's loaded and everything like that will be off chain until the season's over, and then we'll allow you to pin it through Arweave and everything. So when's the season ending? So right now we are pretty much halfway point. So we launched December 18th. So March 18th is the exact halfway point of the season. We're doing a 6-month season. And so it's going to end, basically we're doing 4 weeks. So we're not doing exactly 6 months. We're doing 4 weeks times 6. So basically we're looking at like, I think May 12th or something like that is the end of the season. So at that point, trait boxes end, free trait boxes end. If you want to go Pegasus, you have to burn another unicorn to go Pegasus. And but by then we'll also implement play to earn features, which will allow you to still be opening trait boxes. So yeah, hey everybody, Ted's in the house, also Jumper's in the house. Both of you guys are on the team, and I just want to give you both you're killing it. But also Ted, just a heads up, I can't load, and we should probably put up a what do you call it? A down for maintenance screen, right? I guess you can like kind of access your dashboard, but you can't like do anything on it. So I don't know. Oh, hey, Karma's here too. Sorry. Really need my traits to get sold. I bought +1 unicorn right now. If I get one trait sold and get +4, ooh, you're so close. Hey, maybe shoot me that link after everything's up, and we'll check it out. So, you just locked everything. Okay, cool. Yeah, Team TikTok basically. Oh yeah, Saz is here too. Saz is also on the team now as well, so it's awesome. It's been like one of the best parts about this whole like process has been like that we've been able to like hire on it. Like that's what's been so exciting for me, and like not all of them have worked out, but most of them have worked out. I think I don't know the exact number, but yeah, like 90% of them have worked out. So and it's been awesome. So yeah. What's up, Jonah? How you doing? Project PCs. Who has the most pegs? I don't know. Is it Ted would know that? Ted, do you know who has the most Pegasus? Probably Rob. I know Rob was going for big ones, for big numbers in the beginning. Rob, you were the first peg 3, right? Actually, you were the first peg, right? You have a lot. Oh, M18's in the house too. There you go. Slightly getting triggered by long hair in Nolan's beard. Oh, thank you for hitting me with that. Yeah, sometimes I'll like film a video and then I'll get it. I'll get it into the. Sorry, baby. I'll get the video into Premiere to start editing it, and it's like I realized like my hair was like sitting like this the whole time. I'm like, damn it, I gotta go refilm it. So. Can't currently look it up. Oh yeah, duh. Can you add daily challenges to the game? Yeah, I love that idea. So I think that what we'll probably do is the games will have some sort of like daily quests kind of thing. I'd love to do like longer term quests as well. The thing is like when we're starting, it's gonna be like super stripped down. Like you jump in, you play, and then you're out. And like that's about all that the game's gonna offer in the very beginning. But by the time we launch it, we hope to like officially. So June is looking like alpha. Beta to go to all holders is looking like July, and then yeah, we'll see from there how much longer we have until we open it up. But once we open it up, we're going to basically have a PvP version where non-holders will be able to play as well. They just won't have all the features you have, and they won't be able to play with a unicorn. So that's it. So. Guys, if your traits aren't loading, please don't panic because they're getting ready for the marketplace. Yes. Appreciate you. Don't make a battle pass, please. No, so probably the closest thing to a battle pass will be the cryo pass. Yeah. I think that like anything that's like feature related to that would like fit into a battle pass kind of thing is if you hold a cryo pass, you get that stuff, right? That's the hope. And so yeah, I kind of went off on a tangent the other day on like how we're trying to be like a an NFT company and everything like that. And I think like for further diving into that idea is like I think that all of this is going to replace Kickstarter. NFTs will, because if you, if me as a creator and our team builds the entire company and the entire revenue stream around the NFTs, well then that means that we're going to continue to offer value and utility and content around those NFTs, which means that if you hold those NFTs, you will be able to continue to like access all of that content on long term. So you got holders and then newcomers coming into the community. So it's like all of it's going up and up and up, and basically it like creates this like really amazing like unity between the company, us, and you, the players, as well. Beyond even bigger than that though is like we the company has to do right by you, the players, or else you guys will start just like trying to cash out at a super low price, crash the floor, and then our entire revenue stream is tied up in some issues there. And so I think like it's a really awesome harmony, and that's what really got me so excited about NFTs when I first like was really diving into them. Like was that idea, right? Is that like yeah, there's a lot of status to this, right? Like everybody loves to talk about status, everybody loves talking about flipping and all the energy around that stuff. And like that's cool, right? Like there is that, and that it's valid. But I think like what really was a light bulb moment for me, I had that a few months after I really like understood NFTs. It took me a while to get to that point. And then it took me like 6 months to get to that point of like, holy shit, this is the future, right? Was that thing for me. So, cool. Do you think CryoPass will keep a uni art or thinking of changing them? Yeah, somebody mentioned that. I forget who mentioned it, but yeah, I think that they will. So first off, those are pinned on Arweave. So the data there. Actually no, the image is not. So we could potentially change the image without fucking with the Arweave stuff. So I guess yeah, but. For me, I'd rather not. I'd rather keep it to the unicorns because it also props up the unicorns, right? Like that is the beginning, the antithesis of all of this. Was a cryo pass. So I want them to like allude to the unicorns and the fact that they're called cryo passes because they were the things that woke up the unicorns from cryo sleep, right? Hey, what's up, Great Gaming Mellow? How you doing? Jonah, is it normal that I can't open my trade box? Yeah, right now we're down for maintenance. It should be showing you down for maintenance, but it's not. I'm gonna go yell at Ted after this. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I'm not that type of guy. Ted, please tell him I'm not that type of guy. But no, right now we're down for maintenance, but we're not sharing that. So trying to remove pay to win. Yeah, like I think that anything where like it's hard to have an NFT project like the one that we set up without having pay to win, right? So really the way that we avoid pay to win is by having a super intense balancing system, but that only works if we have a lot of players, right? Because Pegasus 3s or whatever, they should only be playing against Pegasus 3s. Otherwise, we have to nerf everything, right? And so that's the struggle that we have, where we need a large player player base in order to allow for people who are putting money in to feel like they've got better content, because they've got like top of the tier, like I'm the best Pegasus 3 player, right? Like if we can get that, that's fucking cool, right? But we really can't get that until we have a lot of Pegasus 3 players, right? Or whatever players, right? And so because of that, we really gotta I think like that's the pay to win stuff that like is all around balancing, really. So yeah. I haven't been able to access my trait box, and it wouldn't let me open for 2 weeks. If you can make a ticket around that, let me know. But hey, Roy, I can't scroll up and find your question right now. I've been trying to, but here we go. That you get from drop without having a trait box. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to ask that question again. Will the marketplace trait floor will be the same price as the trait box, or will there be no floor? Yeah, so right now there will be a floor. It's to the additional trait prices. So yeah, that's where we're at. We'll see if we need to change that, but the community voted to do it that way. I think like I was initially hesitant of doing that. But yeah, I've kind of been steered away from it. Like essentially the idea is that like if we do have a floor, then it basically says, guys, keep believing that this is the line. Don't lower the bar. And so I think that the thing is that if we get in and it's just like nothing is getting sold, well then we've got a problem and we need to lower the bar. And so that's kind of where we're at. So but yeah, don't stress. We'll definitely refine it as we go. So But yeah, Game and Mellow. If you couldn't access your trait box right now, it's because the site's down for maintenance right now. But yeah, if you should have been able to be opening it the past few weeks. So if that's the case, if you can open a ticket to let us know on Discord if you can. Yeah, have 6 rewards. Do they come out when the timer ends? No. So right now, basically, if you've paid for the unicorn or selected a trait box, those will get the trait boxes will be given to you. I think Wednesday midnight Eastern time. I think that'll happen. But then from there, we're gonna get into minting out the next generation and getting everything ready. And we should be sending out. Those always take a few days, so it'll probably be out Sunday, maybe Monday, depending on how fast Solana is moving. Honestly, Solana, it comes and goes. Sometimes it's running fucking great, and then other times you can barely move anything. And so we've now minted 4 projects. The cryo passes, the main unicorns, unicorn Gen 2, Gen 3, and then this will be Gen 5. And Gen 5. Of those 4. Two of them, Solana was completely down, and so hopefully this one it'll go okay. And 2 of them it was completely down, and one of them it was really slow. So yeah, I'm not holding my breath for Sunday, but last time we did manage to get it out on Sunday. So yeah, love the transparency. Nice. Yeah, honestly, like that's the thing, right? Is you guys deserve to know all of this stuff, right? Like I wish that I could like have you guys just like hear me all the time talking, like see me that working all the time and everything. But yeah, I guess it's just not how it works. So maybe one day I'll manage to start just like twitching my entire day. You know what I mean? I don't know. Nobody would watch that. Is Stranded Unicorns the name of the season or the whole game? The season. It'll be the Stranded verse is everything. Season 2 mint. Yeah, let's talk about season 2 minting. So season 2 mint. We're still figuring out season 2. Still figuring out if it's going to be free or not. I don't think it's going to be free. I think the cheapest that will make it is like $3, like we've been doing. I really don't think we'll do, if we do a price, we probably won't do that high of a price, but we'll see how it goes. Honestly, but we really haven't been able to dive into the mechanics of season 2 because we've been so heads down with the trade marketplace and getting everything ready for the rest of the season, like the roadmap mapped out for the next few months. So yeah. I'm still looking for cat eyes. I've got cat eyes, friend, and actually, it was actually the reptile eyes, which I did find, and they are fused to my unicorn. So, yeah. All right. That's the question again. Sorry. Is there going to be a gray zone after the last drop, so you can fuse your last trait boxes, that you get from the last drop without having to burn. Oh, I see. No, I don't think so. So basically, there's actually a chance. When I initially planned it out, there was only going to be the main launch and 5 more. The main launch and then 5 more drops. Right. So basically, if that's the case, then the last drop will be. Actually, no. Sorry. No, the last drop will be in May, but at that point the season's over. So it's like we're giving you the unicorns that you got from that season. You know what I mean? So that's the way I look at it. I don't know. Like we'll see. We'll think about it. The thing is like everything that we have to mint for that, like it's a struggle, right? Like so we're definitely not going to mint more unicorns after that point. Maybe what we'll do is we'll give you like 1 free trait box. If you're due of that, but I don't know. We probably won't even need to do that. Like it's just like it's one of those things. Like just go play the game more or stake more or whatever. Because at that point we're past the free trait boxes, right? Like it's how we're kind of looking at it. So honestly, it shouldn't be free. The amount of work you guys are putting in is insane. Appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Like the big thing that we like set out in jumping into this was accessibility, right? And so because of that was where we ended up with free. That tied with like we didn't want to charge for potential, right? And so like the thing is there are going to be a lot of different circumstances for season 2, right? Season 2 we will probably be launching it either at launch of the game or after launch of the game. And so basically you could either buy the unicorn to play the game or get in on the season 2, right? So either way, that's going to increase the hype and FOMO will probably be a lot better on season 2. We'll see. And so from that alone, it's probably worth charging a little bit for that. But still, our mission is to be really accessible and jumping in. And so because of that, yeah, like it might be it depends on where Solana ends up at the time. But yeah, like 0.1 is a really good number, right? I mean that's like $8 right now, $8, just super low. And so yeah, but we'll see. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Ted, are you still in here? What the hell, dude? Ted goes, fuck, on Slack just now. So, and then said nothing else. And then he was like, oh shoot, I got to backlog everything. Oh yeah, by the way, everything went well. So, dude, you scared me, man. You scared me over here. I think it'd be better to make the mint cost a bit to give you guys more funding for the project. Yeah, I think that that would be really cool too. Yeah, like the funny thing is like we were grinding for a really long time before launching this project. We were grinding on like building apps with our community, and we were really really tight. We got really good at being really really lean, but we were most of the time we were pretty much like 1 week out roadmap. It was really intense. For about a year we were there, but right now we're at like 3-month roadmap where it's like if everything stopped today, we would have 3 months to run, which is amazing, right? Like it gives us so much relief, right? But the thing is like the 3 months is probably not enough to see the vision that we want to go see, right, with everything, right? So because of that, we're really we really are still grinding as hard as we can because of that. And so yeah, but we'll see how it goes. I think really as we lead up to the games, the thing is we had 4,000 people click the buy unicorn button recently, and that took you to a page that didn't tell you about buying unicorns. It was my fault. I fucked it up on the website, but and so it's like little things like that, refining the process after people figure out about this project, refining about like getting in and like learning how trade boxes work and everything like that. And yeah, and so like we've got so much ground to cover on the marketing end because we no longer are potential, right? We're set. We got a floor price, and so now it's like, okay, is it worth getting that price? Do I think it's going to go up? And like I think that anybody who can understand trait boxes, the games, the trait marketplace, like anybody who can get that is going to see a huge upside here on everything. It's just that like getting those 3-pronged things like understood really quickly is tough, and so yeah, so we'll see. It's a marketing challenge right now, and so but I'm back on TikTok since we've been tearing it up. It's we've started to see things moving again. So it's really really good, really relieving. So all right, passion in this project is nothing like I've ever seen. Great job to the team. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's yeah, like I think that it's funny. I think I did like a video about a month ago where somebody like said there's like a rug pull, right? And it's like, the definition of rug pull is that you leave after the project's done, right? Or that you don't deliver on what you said you were going to deliver on. And so for me, it's like I'm not gonna. We definitely haven't delivered on everything we've said we're going to deliver. But that's because we just got we're building towards it, right? Like we're doing everything we can to get to those things, but it's also because we put up a fucking bar, right? We put up like a huge challenge, and so yeah, we're going. So this legit is the opposite of a rug. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, it's almost funny whenever I hear that, right? But like the thing is if you're not tuned in, if you're not coming in these lives every day, if you're not on Discord every day, like I could see it, like also if we weren't connecting very well on TikTok, and so people might have like thought we stopped posting because they didn't see us on their FYP, and so it's like little things like that could have led to people thinking it was, but I don't know. Just want to say that Karma is a goddamn legend, boosted the SE Twitter like nothing. Yeah, for real, yeah, man, yeah, honestly. It's funny. We were so good at TikTok. We were not good at Twitter. And so I think like we brought like 11,500 people to Mint Day. Probably 99.9 of those people came from, percent of those people came from TikTok. And it's because like, we just didn't realize the power of like collabs on Twitter, and like Karma has just been absolutely crushing it on collabs and just really everything on there. So yeah. I feel like I need to post more progress things in Discord. That's cool. That's a good idea. Like what? In what way? That's a really good insight. And so my problem is like I'm like so heads down all day. Like I need somebody. Karma, maybe you can start poking me and be like, "Hey Nolan, go send an update to somebody." Almost reached the first Pegasus 3, but reached the max 20 boxes. Oh no, damn it. Bummer. Oh man. Will you ever make this a company, make your own buildings, make your own events? Well, okay, so here's the thing is we are a company, technically. So our company is called Rad Collab. So that's like why my TikTok is called Rad Collab. So that's our company name. We actually have radcollab.com. We used to be like a design agency before we started doing this. And so, right now we're a completely remote team. I think that like, especially with the day and age of COVID, like you don't need to be on site. This sort of stuff, it would be nice to like bump into Ted and be like, hey man, what are you working on, kind of stuff, But honestly, we've just gotten really good at being a remote team and managing through that. And so it's really just like about just, hey, what are we doing? And so that's about it. So yeah, maybe one day we'll have an office if we get. The thing is like we're probably like about a year of success away from being in a position to like need an office. You know what I mean? And so I think until then we won't. We probably won't. So hire Mod to poke you every once in a while. Would love to become Rad Cultist. So by the way, everybody, if you don't know, if you're not on our Discord, Rob has a picture of my face as his profile pic, and his name in Discord is Rad Cultist Nolan. Is it right? You goofball. You guys have merch in mind later? Oh yeah. Let me show you. This weekend I had an idea for merch. Where is it? Yeah, I had some ideas for merch, like unrelated to the unicorns, but still kind of. So we're still a bit of ways off. Just heads up, but check it. Would you buy this shirt? Would you buy this shirt? Right? So you get like the unicorns with the 6 traits or 6 colors. Pretty dope. Thoughts? My biggest thing around merch has always been that it's like tough to show the unicorn without like you know, you have an NFT with your unicorn on it. You want that unicorn on your shirt, not somebody else's unicorn, or you know what I mean. And so like that's what I've been like very wary of diving into merch, because like unless we can deliver that, then it's not like super exciting. But I don't know. Me personally, and I would like my unicorn on my shirt, and so but. Again, like that goes back to it. So maybe you all can just have my unicorn on your shirt. That's what we do. So, yeah. All right. Since community is most western side of the map, any thoughts on how you can reach the east side of the map? Asian community. Yeah. You know, I think that that would be a really good opportunity to get into Asia side. I know that we're pretty big in Europe. I think that like of our follower count, we're still like 65 or 70% in the US. Or I guess like US Canada, I think is like 70%. And so but yeah, I mean like definitely huge opportunities to go that route. And so like where we're at right now is we have like a little bit of an ad budget. We're starting to test it out a little bit on TikTok, and it's been going really well. And so I think what our plan is we're going to start doing YouTube ads, and in addition to just tearing up TikTok ads as well. Yeah, then we'll probably test all over the map. But you know, before we got into this, we used to do ads for clients too. So we're definitely pretty. We do this a bit, right? We've got a bit of experience doing it, and so like that's why it's been just like we're waiting until it's the right time. And I think that it's getting to the right time now that we got the trade market out. It's a little bit easier to like you know, understand the vision at this point, and then you know, really the more gameplay footage we have, the more like it's just ammo. Like, you know, every video, you know. You know what I mean? So from a moderator standpoint, we only have Pixie and Sads in Asia, as far as I'm aware. Okay, I didn't know Pixie was in Asia. That's cool. I've gotten 15 Asians into this. Nice. Sads doing it 1x1, crushing it. YouTube ads would be a huge leap. Yeah, right. And so like the thinking is that we're going to do YouTube ads like targeted at like crypto gaming channels, you know what I mean? So it's like no brainer, right? That was the thing is like on TikTok, we did like gamers, like adult gamers basically on TikTok, and it's been really going well. So yeah. Minimum upload, does that count? Sure. Thoughts on adding a Facebook page? Facebook is popular in Asian community. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that yeah, like it's mostly like a bandwidth thing. Right now we we started going good on Insta consistently, but the problem is we weren't there to like maintain the community side of it. So I think that we were falling flat a little bit. But yeah, I think it's a good opportunity if we get the bandwidth to do it. So some ads now that PTE is ready into the marketplace. Yeah, but are we really? So technically we are, right? Technically we're play to earn, but everybody thinks play to earn game, right? Like, so I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough line. I don't want to be like called out, I guess, is my thing for it. But what programs do I use? Oh, great question. So pretty much everything that you see, whether it's the dashboard or the art that I made, it was all done in Figma. So now I'm not endorsed by Figma or anything like that, but Figma is awesome. And so let me show you like how I set up like the layering system. So oh damn, it's loading. So okay, here we go. So there's 15 trait types, right? And so each of those are a layer component. So you know, like this is the mouth layers, right? Like whistling. This is the chin layers, right? And so those are components that go all layered up on the unicorn. Whoa, by the way, we got some stuff coming. I didn't mean to drop it like that, but we got a cape coming. So cape's looking dope, right? Yeah, we're not doing the multi-saber, by the way, but we might do this though. So yeah. Okay, there you go. So anyways, you can see here that I've got like the head layer here, and so because I set it up as a component, I can like switch it over to like alien or switch it to like parasite, right? And so yeah, so that's how I did it in Figma. And so because they're all components, and then I add variants of those, then it ends up all linking up on Figma. And then basically that and then how from there, when I go do a new piece of art, I have different layer combinations to be able to show like, okay, does this play well with the other layers, right? So by the way, what do you guys think about these eyes, right? Check those eyes out, guys. Man, I think those are gonna be legendary eyes, by the way. So get ready, guys. We need more mouth traits. Yeah, we've got a few mouth ideas. So you might have seen the snake mouth. I made a video on it, but I can show you here as well. Let me see. Oh, actually, it was on that unicorn. Sorry. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Steel City Visuals? So yeah, that's the snake mouth. I think what we're gonna add is like some venom to it. Actually, let's go add that venom to it. Somebody in the comments had like a really good idea, because like I always struggle with the mouth traits, because mouth and really mouth, because like, you know, you don't want yellow teeth, right? You know what I mean? So I did like yellow tinted teeth was how so I got away with it. But yeah, and so here we go. Anyways, we want tongues to be red, you know what I mean? So I think what we can do is we can do like a little venom drop. That was a suggestion from somebody. Oh gosh. There you go. That's gonna look really good. Fill it with a red. Oh dude, that looks dope. Yeah. Oh sorry, you couldn't see it. My bad. Here we go. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? It's good, right? So then like this can be, you know, green or yellow or whatever, you know what I mean? So, boom. Definitely had to look in Figma. Couldn't figure it out because I definitely wasn't an illustrator. Yeah, so I actually have always considered myself more of a designer than an illustrator. But I guess not anymore. Right? So, but yeah, so that's actually like I probably wouldn't have done the art in Figma if I wasn't like a designer first in Figma, you know what I mean? And so because of that, though, I was like, I'm at home in Figma, and so because of that, I dove into it. But over like looking at all of our dashboard stuff, let me show you. Do DJI FPV goggles? Yo, that's pretty good idea. Yeah, I like that idea a lot. So let's walk through that a little bit because because they look really cool, right? They've kind of like got those little divots in them and like some antennas and stuff. Let me pull that up. DJI FPV goggles, just so everybody knows what they look like. Yeah, that would look really dope. Even something like that would be really cool. That would look really, really cool. So we've got VR headset, and it's always been like one of my, like, it looks really cool, right? I almost didn't include it because it covers both the eyebrows and the eyes, you know what I mean? Like, it basically kills two traits. And so, I'm only going to do that when it's super, super worth it. And so, I do think that these are cool, right? But I don't think it's enough, right? But something like this, that is cool. Like, because then we can say, okay, these aren't drone flying goggles. They're actually like legit, like they're starfighter goggles or something like that. We'll call them starfighter goggles. Like that looks really cool. I would wear that on my unicorn for sure. So yeah, great idea. Let's think on that. So. Add a pet unicorn. Yeah. Oh, on that note, what if we do like a devil and a angel on the shoulders. That'd be cool, right? Maybe we think about that. Any big marketing plans coming? Yeah, we were just talking about that a minute ago. Basically, we're going to start really cranking on both TikTok ads. We've already been doing that, and it's been really going well. The past we started that last week, really starting to crank it up. Had some people buy in pretty heavy, so yeah, it's really exciting. So that, and then also YouTube ads. We're going to start doing some YouTube ads. Really kind of like we might start doing some influencer deals. The problem is like a lot of them are really expensive, and most of the videos that they do get like, they don't get that too many views, right? And so it's kind of like, you're looking at bang for your buck, and we could probably do that grinding on paid advertising and then paying for the stuff that we make about our stuff, because then those would be like better videos anyways, right? So that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Definitely, like we're gonna throw everything at the wall and then see how it goes as we go. But right now, the steps right now that I'm working on is new sales funnel. What we're gonna do is you're gonna be able to test drive everything, like kind of like a demo mode. You'll be able to choose a unicorn color, a unicorn name, and then actually open a trait box. All of that is fake, right? We're gonna like show, hey, this is fake, but it's kind of like the demo. And then you'll be able to right from there dive into like a filtered unicorn listings based on the traits that you got from the box. And so that'd be cool. And then you can also like go plan your unicorn and everything like that. And so that's what I'm working on right now. I'm building that out. And then after that, we're gonna make like a really bomb trailer video. Got a really good map out that we got. And so I'm hoping to have all of that done early next week. And then at that point, we'll probably have the pieces to really start tearing up marketing. So yeah. What time does Door Marketplace drop? So so tonight, what we've been doing right now has been updating the database to get everything ready. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to actually do some last minute changes and then we're going to release it. So it'll probably be morning Eastern time. So yeah. Hey, Motolova, do you know Annie Gurr? She says she's your cousin, but I don't believe her. Annie Gurr. Annie. I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. Shit, I feel bad if she's my cousin. I don't know. I don't think so, though. We getting drug unis? What do you mean drug unis? Why do I always get common trait boxes and everyone gets legendaries? So listen, I got my first legendary last week, and it was a thrill ride. So I hope you get one day if you haven't already. But yeah, commons are good. You want to get to Pegasus, right? So you want to get to Pegasus soon, right? So yeah. What was the approach for the game design idea? Looked almost turn-based with the classes at first. Oh yeah, so I guess, what do you mean? Are you meaning like the UI design of it, or actually the concept gaming, like the game design of the design? So yeah. How about giving trait boxes for inviting someone? That's really cool. Okay, so hear me out. I would love to do something like this, right? But how could we ever keep that from being exploited, right? At best, we can do an IP address lock, but then somebody could infinitely do it with different VPNs, different wallet addresses, different email accounts. Like it would be a nightmare to moderate that. And so we had this plan to make it so that if you're a new user who has never had a unicorn before, and all of a sudden you have a unicorn, you would get a trait box no matter what. We were thinking of doing something like that, and then it was like, well, dude, what if somebody just made a new account and sent a uni their way, And so we could do it based on tracking the marketplaces for sales, but then somebody could sell themselves a unicorn super cheap. And so it's just like, I don't know. It's frustrating because people will definitely exploit it. So I don't think we'll ever be able to do something like that. So maybe one day. You lost a connection. Yes, I did answer the merch. Let me show that really quick. Merch. This is what I'm thinking. Boom. And then I also came up with another idea, something like this too. But yeah, we'll see. I think we'll probably make some unis as well, like just really cool looking unis. So yeah, we'll see. How many games are going to be? Kind of infinite, but we'll see. And then this kind of goes into what's up, Jacob? How you doing? How you doing? Do you go to fitness? So I used to run a lot. I used to run every day. But I've not been able to do it because I used to run in the mornings, and I've replaced my morning run with morning work, and so I haven't been able to run in a while. But maybe one day, maybe soon. I need to start like prioritizing myself a little bit more, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah, the games. When are we getting the games? We're talking June for alpha. July is beta, at which point we'll get it into a unicorn, all unicorn holders' hands, because beta is going to be for the what do you call it, for Cryo Pass holders. So let's talk about the game design aspect. So I did use Figma a little bit, but really not in the beginning. For a while in the game design like Outlook, what I really did for that was I just spent a lot of time like playing other games to decide what mechanics we wanted to use for it. And so from there, I decided that I wanted to make like kind of like a tower defense Brawl Stars. That's where it started. And so in that, I wanted to be really focused on positioning where the unicorns have really low health. So you got to stay by your turrets, your tower defense turrets that you're laying down. You can build a network of turrets all you want, and then from there you'll be able to grow those turrets, and based on your classes and all that. Because that's the thing, is like the foundational aspects of our games. There's 3 of them. One is that every class has to have an effect, right? So if I'm an assassin, I should be able to have assassin abilities. If I'm a healer, I should be able to have healer abilities, right? So that's like foundation 1. Foundation 2 is that there needs to be a win state of like, if I last long enough. So for our game, it's if you make it through 1 wave of enemies, then you get a token. So it kind of goes like that. The third side is if you don't win. So if you don't get through that wave of enemies, then one of your traits gets damaged. So there has to be a win state, a lose state, and the classes have to have an effect. And so because of so those 3 are like the foundation of all of our games. And so right now we've only got 1. And that game is going to be, still don't have a name for it yet, but it's going to be like a really cool tower defense kind of game. I've actually got it here, like a demo of it. Let me show you. This is where we're at. It's still super early. But yeah, it's going to be a mobile game. So you'll be able to use like a right joystick to aim this shot, and you'll be able to use a left joystick to move. So as you take down people, you'll be able to get salvage from them, which are these like little pieces. All these are like fake assets, but and so you'll be able to take down enemies as they run around, and if you take down those enemies, then they drop salvage. And so salvage was a thing that I knew that I wanted in the game because I wanted it to be a .io game as well. But first step is PvE, so that it'll be an easier game. So PvE, it means that we have to have waves of enemies. So that's why we ended up in the waves of enemies side with that. So the all that in mind is kind of where we landed into, okay, what do we do? And so that's where we got into turrets, and like there's going to be a passive for every unicorn. So if you are close to a turret, you get either you are doing something to your turrets or your turrets are doing something to you. We got into that. Additionally, I got into like the map structure and how as you take down enemies and you pick up salvage, that makes your cooldowns better, which means that there's going to be a high cooldown on your turrets that you lay down. So all that says big stuff there, like the high strokes of how we ended up where we're at, I guess. So and then really we took all of that, and then we started to do the design of the map. That was when we started doing the design of the characters a little bit too, updating them to have like legs and all of that. And then from there, I was like, well, hey, let's just make this as easy as we can to get it out as soon as we can. And so because of that, we ended up with like that little circle of the unicorn. So it's literally just gonna be loading your NFTs art, and that's it. We hope to dive into that. By the time we fully launch, we'll have like legs, and you'll be moving around, and like it'll be like aiming and shooting and stuff like that. But yeah, we don't need that polish yet, right? First step is playing, and that's it. So So yeah, it's going to be PvE, play to earn. I think that a lot of games actually started that way. A lot of a lot of play to earn games started that way. And so it's really just about how do we get the PvP right? So in order to get the PvP right, we've got to have a lot of players, and so that's really why we decided to open it up to non-holders as well. But they won't be able to earn. So it's not a play to earn unless you have a unicorn. And then also, if you play with a unicorn, you get more salvage, which will help you upgrade your character faster. So, yeah, man, I'm talking a lot. Okay, what's the floor price? Yeah, it's around 0.2, I think, right? When will you be able to sell them? Do you earn ETH when playing? No. Okay, so we are actually on Solana. So we're 0.2 Solana. So if you want to buy a unicorn, you got to buy over on Magic Eden or on SolSea. If you go to my bio link in there, there's like a buy now button, and there it loads all from both Magic Eden and SolSea. And the reason why we did that is because, let me show you why. Basically, every unicorn gets power level based on the traits that it has fused to it, right? Actually, I just thought about it. Is it going to be down? No, it's not down. Nice. Yeah, okay. So based on the traits that it has fused and the colors that they were fused, they are going to have power levels. So this one has 108, and that means that it's a class of a tank, right? But then this one doesn't have anything fused to it. So, and actually it has 0, which means that when you get this one, you get to pick a color for it too. So, yeah. So anyways, that's why we had this aggregator. It blends both Magic Eden and SolSea from it. So you do not earn Solana by playing it. So the whole deal is that most NFT play to earn games, they first of all, they do not earn you tokens in Solana or Ethereum. Like 99.9, I don't know of any games actually that do play to earn through that do it through Solana or Ethereum straight up. They do it through a coin that's built on top of it. So like Axie Infinity, they have Ronin coin, which is like a layer 2 built on top of the Ethereum's network, right? And so that's what we would do if we were going to be making a coin. But we wanted everything focused entirely on the NFTs for now. Because if we were to build a coin, there needs to be people passively investing in this who are not actually working or playing in the project. There needs to be a reason for them to be investing in the coin. And we don't have enough hype and enough community and enough size to do that. We will. I really do think we will. But until then, we're not going to get into the coins because it's just going to make another layer of illiquidity for you, right? NFTs are already illiquid, and so if you are trying to earn coins, then you better be earning coins in a game in an ecosystem like Axie Infinity that has passive investors who are investing in SLP, not in buying Axies, right? Like there's two very different people who are jumping into the project, and we don't have that investor side yet, right? We might have a few who would. But we need to get it to where there's like a lot of people ready to hype into it, and so in order for it to be worth it for anybody. And so all that in mind, what do you earn when you play these games? So you're going to be earning tokens, which are going to be in-game assets, and those tokens will unlock you trait boxes, which will either allow you to upgrade your NFT or you can sell them on the marketplaces. And so right now we have a trait marketplace. I would show you, but the site is down because we're updating the database for tomorrow when we fully launch the marketplace. So far we've only been in beta with our CryoPass holders. Get it? Yeah, the marketplace isn't up right now. So, but yeah, can I show you how to sell your unicorns? So actually, I have never sold one of my unicorns before. So I don't know if I'm ready to do that. But shit. Yeah, let me just go. I guess I'll let me show you the process that it would be, right? Okay. So first of all, you go to Magic Eden, right? You would connect your wallet over here. So that's my wallet. So I've got these NFTs, right? So I could list this one. Let's go list it now. So I can list price for like 500,000 Solana. And so if I list it now, it would ask me to approve of a transaction. to put it on the marketplace, which costs really, really cheap. The gas fee on Solana is like nothing. So so that's what would happen. So I canceled the transaction. So you can't buy that for 500,000 Solana, but yeah. All right. What sounds funky? Stranoin. Yo, what's up, Rail? How you doing? Or Ray? I don't know. Yay, how you doing? I love it when you guys call me Unicorn Man, by the way. I'm gonna cop it for 500,000. Yeah. I don't know if I'm ever gonna sell my unicorns. I'll probably start selling some eventually. But right now, it's not sell season. It's buy season, right? So yeah, that's what we got. Boom. Hey, Anderson. How you doing, Anderson Sanchez? You having a good day? How's everybody doing today, by the way? I like your funny words, Unicorn Man. What are my other funny words? What will the next NFT be from you? So right now we're really locked into this project. We do plan on doing this in seasons though, where right now it is unicorn season. So it started mid-December, mid-May, unicorn season is done, and that means free trade boxes end, and no more unicorns are getting made. And at that point, we're probably going to leave it a few months to marinate in the in the void that is no more trait boxes unless you're playing to earn. But then we do plan on basically expanding the lore and building another character that fits into the seasons, and all of the games will be able to use those characters as well. So that's the one kicker that is first off, making art for an NFT project is very time consuming. We have 215 traits because we got 15 trait types. I think that we're gonna do less trait types on season 2 because honestly, it's really tough to do the layering when there's so many trait types. I really made it hard for myself. so that's less trait types, but probably the same amount of traits or more around there will be the goal. And outside of that, the mechanics will be very similar, and you'll be able to I'm even thinking of making it where you don't get free trait boxes on season 2. This was the only time you get free trait boxes. I don't know. I'm still kicking that idea around. But any burning of unicorns, let's talk about that a little bit. So burning unicorns is going to be a feature that's going to be coming after the season's over. The idea is that there's 2 ways of deflation that's going to be injected at that point. So right now, if you get to 15 traits fused to a unicorn, and then you reset it back to 0 traits, you Pegasus, right? And so right now it's free to do that. But after the season's over, you're going to have to burn a unicorn every time you Pegasus. So that's going to be one side of deflation. And you're going to want to do that because there's going to be Pegasus only content in the games eventually. But earlier than that, you will be able to stake a unicorn, but you can only stake a unicorn if it is a Pegasus. Then also, Rainbow Dust is coming. That's also going to be a thing that you get if you're Pegasus as well. So, but Pegasus is important. So burning for Pegasus is one. And then the other side is you can burn any unicorn to get the traits from it. So that's going to be also launching at the end of the season. And basically you'll be able to, let's say it has 15 legendary traits on it. If you burn that unicorn, it kills the NFT, but you get all 15 traits in your wallet. You can go sell those traits, or you can fuse it to other unicorns, whatever you want to do. So, will all unicorn holders get next season's NFT? No. So right now, we basically the idea is we've got 2 collections. One is Cryopass and one is unicorn. So unicorns right now the floor is at 0.2, but the Cryopass is pretty consistently at 1.5 Solana. And that's because there's 1,000 of them that are basically guaranteed access to every season. So it's kind of like our whitelist. So we did that for unicorns, and so there was 8,000 unicorns. 1,000 of those were reserved for the Cryopass holders. Same deal with the next season. I don't know how many there will be in circulation, but 1,000 of those will go to Cryopass holders. So All right. Are you worried about the floor of comments going up really high when everyone's wanting to peg later? Like that would be amazing if that happens, right? Like, it's funny. I did a podcast interview last week, and I was explaining to them the concept and the ideas. Like, they're actually making an NFT project where they're able to like change somewhat of their NFT, but not ongoing. It's like one time kind of thing. And so I was chatting through all the details and stuff, and I could like see their like wheels turning. Like, they were super excited about it. It was really cool. And then like they asked the question of like, okay, so like are all your starter unicorns like high? Like, is the floor not starter unicorns? And I'm like, yeah, like it like I think that people who understand the project get that question, but people who like don't understand fusion and all of that, they come in thinking, oh, this is a cool project, maybe I'll jump in. And then they see the first three rows, and most of them don't have any traits on them, and they're like, "What the hell's going on here? Why are they all naked?" Right? And so yeah, it's funny. Like, anyways, it would be awesome if those unicorns go up. It would be awesome if commons go up, right? And we'll see how it goes, right? I think that so far commons have been like the way to go at Pegasus, right? And so because of that, I think that like commons are worth the $3 that of the additional traits, or if you buy them on the marketplaces, I think they will be worth that. But yeah, we'll see how it all goes. And so yeah, mobile version is out. Basically, it's just app.strandedunicorns.com. However, you have to create an account on the computer first, kind of thing. So. My server restarted 875 times and crashed. What happened, buddy? Oh, let's talk about that a little. Items not happening, and that's because Rainbow Dust is now replacing that mechanic and doing more. So there's going to be so there's two ways of collecting Rainbow Dust. First way is by burning traits. So you can burn a common trait to get 1 Rainbow Dust, or you can burn a legendary trait to get 32 Rainbow Dust. You can also collect Rainbow Dust by having Pegasus. So there's two sides. You can stake a Pegasus to get tokens, or you can leave them unstaked to get Rainbow Dust. And depending on the Pegasus level, you'll get more Rainbow Dust. I think we're gonna do the same way with tokens, but we'll get into that once we start talking about staking. So, but anyways, if you have a Pegasus 1, you'll get 2 dust a week for free. You do have to collect it though. Same with Pegasus 8. So 2, 4, 8. So the huge reason to go Pegasus 3, because 8 Rainbow Dust will basically get you take you from uncommon to a rare on the boxes. So because there's three things to do with the dust. So you can repair damaged traits. I'll get into the reason for that in a second. You can also, you can upgrade trait boxes too. So if you say that you get a rare trait box, if you give 16 dust, you can upgrade it to an epic. If you get an epic, you can upgrade it to a legendary. You can also chain that too. So you can go from a common all the way up to a legendary, but it would cost you 12, which is a lot. That's the equivalent of the 20, is it? Yeah, 20 hearts, or 60 would take you up to 1.3 multiplier on your unicorn. So if you remember, so when you fuse a unicorn, right? Let's see, yeah. Let's see what happens on this guy. Is it working? Yeah, sweet. So right now I've got like all these traits fused in my unicorn, right? And I've got 520. This is epic. This is rare pattern. So like this is a pretty decked out unicorn right here. So what you can do with Rainbow Dust is this power level gets multiplied based on the Rainbow Dust that you've put into it. So it fuses the Rainbow Dust. You cannot remove the Rainbow Dust from your unicorn without burning it. But once you put it's 18 slot increments. So if you put 180 180 dust into your unicorn, it will double the unicorn's power level. So let's take you back to this really quick. So yeah, like 588 power level on this unicorn right now. So if I put 18 dust into that, 588 times 18 1.1, that would give me 10% multiplier. So I would actually have 646 power level on my unicorn. And so each power level is it increases your stats in the game. So that's gonna be super important. So yeah. Level 2 should be more than 4 because it's the same as having 2 level 1 pegs. Yeah, but also having 2 level 1 pegs is pretty intense, right? Like, you've got a lot of traits put into that, don't you think? I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Open a trait box. I can't because the server's down right now because we're updating some stuff. So, bummer. Yo, open 3 more boxes since last time I was here, and still no nose trait. Bummer. If we can stake unicorns, how about staking cryopass? Ooh, yo, that's a cool idea. That's a really cool idea. I haven't thought about that. Good, love it. Thank you. Love that, Zio. Yeah, fuck, that's good. Maybe make a 3-minute video when you're explaining the project more slowly. No, I would still talk this fucking fast. If I put the trait on the unicorn, does the points continue to increase as they burn or no? So basically, if you have a horn and you replace it, it removes the power level and adds the new one. So yeah, it basically overwrites it. How about giving trait boxes for inviting someone? Yeah, I kind of mentioned it earlier, but it really won't work because it would be too exploitable. There would be no way for us to track that you didn't invite yourself, or you didn't create a new account with a new wallet and all that stuff. And now most people would play it safe, but there would be a few people who get like thousands of trait boxes because of that, So I don't know if we come up with a way to dodge that exploit, but yeah. We get 2 unicorns for getting to level 1 peg, but don't get more for level 2 or 3. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good argument. There you go. Okay, final argument is that doesn't happen after season's over. So we're playing by postseason rules. What do you think? Huh? How many coins will you get from staking? Yeah, so let me explain about staking. How about doing KYC per account? Yeah, that could work. But then, I don't even know the logistics of KYC. We probably, in some ways, legally have to. But yeah, we're skirting some lines, I guess. But how many coins will you get from staking? Yeah, let's talk about staking. Okay, so I don't have a cool graphic like that other one, but let's talk about the details. So staking is... you are going to have to stake a Pegasus first. So you can't stake a normal unicorn; it's got to be Pegasus. If you stake it, you cannot play it with it in the games, and you cannot use Rainbow Dust on it. You have to unstake it to use Rainbow Dust on it. And so when you stake it, you wait 7 days before it starts yielding 10 tokens per day. So having a Pegasus 1 will get you 10 tokens per day. But every 7 days, your unicorn, one of your traits gets damaged. So that was why you're going to need to repair damaged traits. Is you're going to need to use Rainbow Dust to heal those traits. So that's the whole idea. Is everything around our system is if you're playing to earn, whether you're playing the games or you're staking. There's some stakes to it where, no pun intended, but there's some stakes to it in that your unicorn gets locked up, it gets damaged every 7 days, but you do get 70 tokens per day. Now, I've been giving it more and more thought, and I think that Pegasus 2 and Pegasus 3 will get more tokens. I still haven't figured out the numbers. 10 might be not be the final number. Maybe it's going to be like 5, 10, and 15 or something like that. So it'll give way more reason to go Pegasus 3 as well. And the idea is that we want you to leave them staked so that you're not selling those unicorns, but also so that you're collecting those tokens. So the way that we're going to track that, because we're not actually staking it on chain, and you're not actually earning tokens on chain, right? And so the way that we're locking it up is we're going to make it so that if you list it, we'll know it because we have the aggregator, and then it will automatically be unstaked. And so basically, in order to start yielding again, you've got to list it, you've got to put it on staking again, and wait 7 days. So no, not 10 soul tokens. No. So that's the thing, is you don't we're not earning crypto here and on the play to earn stuff. You're earning tokens, which opens you trait boxes, which you can then sell those traits or use to upgrade your unicorn NFT and then sell it for higher value. So for now, we're going to stay off of making an actual coin. We want to eventually. It's just that we've got to build the foundation, right? Until we're almost a blue chip, it's not going to be worth it for anybody. It's going to be illiquid, where if not enough people are buying it, you won't be able to sell it. So then you'll have thousands of coins that mean nothing because you can never sell it. And so that's A. But then B is that we also have to do a whole ICO and everything, and with that we've got to have a lot of people invested in that right on the initial launch. And all of that said, we might be able to build that hype enough for that, but man, it's a risky move when we've got so much other stuff at stake outside of the coins that will bring value to the NFTs and the project as a whole. And if we bring values to the project and the NFTs, then we'll be in a better position in a year from now to be able to open a coin up. And then at that point, you'll be earning coins instead of tokens. But yeah. Nolan, will you buy my legendary so I can get +4 unicorns? That's a big ask. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I want to dive into the marketplace. Honestly, I've been keeping myself away from it because I'm too nervous to spend too much money. Thoughts on staking a cryopass for a certain time to get a free character for the next season. That way we can increase the demand on the cryopass. Well, okay, so you're saying you can get more characters for the next season? Because cryopasses will already be giving one. But yeah. What do you think about making next season rewards more difficult to get than the 8 or 13 rewards? Yeah, definitely. I think that hindsight is that there's two sides that I think that would have made for better mechanics. Two sides. One is make it more difficult to get to the position where you can fuse. And make it more difficult to actually to get all those traits. So basically, I think that we should have only done it when you Pegasus. And I think that we should have only done it once per unicorn. And I think that we should have only done it where somehow locking it down to where I've floated this idea. Some people liked it, some people didn't. But basically, where it's locked to trait to rarity. So you actually have to burn legendary traits to get to a Pegasus. So basically, it's you have to fuse 2 commons, 2 uncommons, 2 rares, 2 epics, and 2 legendaries. There's a limit to the amount of rarity that you can fuse to a unicorn. And so that solves 2 things. A is you don't get a monster where there's 15 traits of legendary on your unicorn. But then also it makes it so it's way more difficult to go Pegasus. And so if we do both of those things, right, make it so that you have to get 15 traits to get to the reward spot. And then we couple that with, just to get to 15, you've got to actually fuse more than just a common, right? I literally wouldn't have been able to get to a Pegasus till last week because I wouldn't have had a legendary trait till then, which really increases the value of legendaries too, because more people are going to be fusing legendaries rather than selling them on the marketplaces. So I think that's why we're going to do something like that on season 2. It's gnarly, but also it's how most projects go, right? If you look at the most rare Bored Apes, they have 3, maybe 4 like super rare traits. They've got 1 or 2 pretty rare traits, and then 2 or 3 of the slots aren't even filled, right? Like, and that's how like most projects go with the generative stuff. But here you can go make a monster legendary, and so I think that's one big mechanic that's going to change next season. So yeah. Will there be another CryoPass giveaway, like treasure hunt or tournament? Yeah, maybe. So right now we don't have any more CryoPasses in our wallet, so we'd have to mint more, and I don't think I want to mint more because it kind of devalues them. Like look at the CryoPasses right now. They've been sitting pretty at 1.5 floor, right? And mostly it's because the real people who understand the utility of it are holding it, right? They're ready. So yeah, so I don't know. What we might do though is do like giveaways for whitelist spots where it's like it's kind of like a standard thing on NFT projects kind of thing, but it is a little awkward because the CryoPass that gets that utility, but also the utility of the CryoPass really is everything else that you're getting a lot of additional stuff like the games, for instance. You're probably going to have the games about a month early than the other people. So yeah, for giveaway, just buy off Magic Eden. Yeah. Yeah. When's the marketplace coming from non-CryoPass holders? Tomorrow. Boom, 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 boom. Tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's looking really good. So yeah. All right, I really can't wait either, man. It's been amazing to see traits getting sold for more than the floor, right? Like what? You know what I mean? Like that we knew something like that was going to be happening, and so now we're just going to go crazy going in. And really, we've got about 700 CryoPass holders. Only about 400 of them are active, and so it was about 1.5 to 2 traits listed per player on average that we were looking at. And so with that in mind, I think that too it shows that the volume that we had was from 400 people. We're about to have a lot of people looking at that marketplace ready to jump in and buy some traits. So I think CryoPass holders who have been listing and not selling, I think that they might start getting bought up tomorrow, because I tell you, it's way more fun looking at the marketplace than looking at the marketplace than the NFT marketplace, because the NFT marketplace, most of the floor is empty unicorns, right? Like it's not exciting. It doesn't jump out at you, but the traits do. By the way, I forgot to tell you guys about it. We updated the dashboard, the way that the traits zoom. It's so much prettier now. Let me show you what it's gonna look like here. Hold on. Bum, 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 bum. Check it, guys. Boom. Look at that, right? Look at that zoom. Look at that zoom on it, right? Right now, that would be like this. It would be filling like only this much space. You know what I mean? Roy, I'm not trying to ignore you. Yeah, you see, Roy, listen. I need you to like help me out. You know what I mean? Like I'm down to hit you, but I go on rants a lot, and I can't like scroll back up. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's so much better, right? I think like, man, it was funny. I designed them that way, but it was one of those things like Ted was just like, yo, it just takes me too long to do that, so let's table it. And I was like, yo, actually, let's do it this right now. And then Ted finally did it. So yeah. Send me an idea on Slack. Let's see what it is. Okay. I don't know. Snake Tongue in the website. Snake Tongue is going to be coming. It's not in there yet. So right now, the only new trait that we have added since launch was the Soul Sea collab. So you might start finding the Soul Sea shirt in trait boxes now. But yeah. Oh, why can't you open your trait? Yeah. Sorry. Right now we're doing updates to the website. It should be in maintenance mode, but it's not showing up as maintenance mode. So right now, if you can't get access to your traits or your trait boxes, just sit tight. Basically, we have to do a big update to our database in order to get ready for the launch tomorrow. the Trait Marketplace launch tomorrow. So hey, Roy, what you got, man? I have 4 unfused legendary traits. Don't know if I want to fuse them or list. Dang. Okay. Wow. What up, Maddie? What are they? What are they, by the way? If like, so my I want to my suggestion is to make like a 2 or 3 legendaries on a Pegasus 3 is probably the coolest looking unicorns you can get. Once you start getting 5 or 6, it starts like you start losing, like basically the legendaries were supposed to be the focal point of the image, and then and so like when you've got too many focal points, it starts becoming like gnarly intense, and so it's good for those reasons because then you get better stats, right? Like that's cool. But if you want to make cool looking unicorns, I would say 2 to 3 legendary traits. I would say actually 1 to 3 legendary traits, 2 to 4 epics, and then the rest commons, rares, and uncommons, like any amount that you want from there. So talks ongoing with Magic Eden partnership. Not really. Like yeah, we haven't really chatted with them too much. Honestly, like I think we got to do some more Twitter Spaces to get involved with them. They do a lot of Twitter Spaces stuff. We just haven't really dove into it too much. But yeah, like we'll get there. I already have legendary on my Peg 3, but just a couple. Yeah, okay. Then you might want to sell those. And by the way, how the fuck did you get so much legendaries? Yeah, I found my first legendary last week. I don't know how many trade boxes I've opened. I'm sure it's like 60 or more. But yeah, you still have 2 pending openings, so I can buy them later. Yeah, be careful with that because I don't know if you can pay for stuff later. But if you, yeah, I don't know about that. Cool. Oh, open 50 plus, no legendary, right? Yeah. You've opened 3? The hell. Yeah. The RNG gods, I think we might start making some soft edge RNG. Maybe for season 2 we will. And in that, I mean that we'll start keeping in mind what's already in your wallet, in your account, so that we, like, if you see too many of the same traits, it'll start tipping that way. Not so much on the rarity levels, but it'll tip it towards, like, you won't see the same. I swear I see crazy eyes on like almost every common trait box. So yeah, Marketplace is coming tomorrow. Yes. I mean, I've never opened one, so give me all the traits. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. We might need to maybe go open a ticket on the Discord. There you go. Sorry, my brain's not working very well. Yeah, because we basically, when you open a trait box, you shouldn't be able to get back into it, because the idea is that if we did, then you'd be able to get some exploits on it. So, okay. If you've paid for them, then you should be good. But, okay, gotcha. All right. Cool, guys. Will there be DLC traits in the future from known characters from movies, animes? Maybe. Honestly, for that sort of stuff, doing like collabs with like real brands, it's gonna take a bit of. Sorry, my dog's going crazy. We'd have to do like legit trademark partnerships with them, and it's gonna take a bit to get there. So, hey, so my dog's barking. It's the end of the day. I'm out, guys. You have a great day, Murphy. Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys. Sorry.